Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Trading Table. This is Andrew. Joined with me is Landon, and today we're going to be going over some of the biggest movers of the market, what to watch for tomorrow, latest news, and more. Looking at our heat map here for the S&P 500, we can see that we had a huge bull run today, but it's possible that this doesn't hold up. We're going to get into that later. Once again, anything's possible in the market, but this is just what we think is potentially going to happen tomorrow. So as we can see here, just green across the board, very few big names red, basically none red actually, just every name green. Nvidia rebounded 6%. Every time it gets to that 100 level, it kind of tends to rebound, so watch out for that, right? The 100 level is a great risk reward trade. That 100 support is huge. There's a bunch of money always flowing in at the 100 level. Big whales trying to average in to the stock, so just keep an eye on Nvidia. But, Meta, Google, Microsoft, Apple, all green as well. Not as steep as NVIDIA. Meta was up 4%. LLY had a good earnings report. We're going to be looking at them later. So Health did great today. Their leader, LLY, absolutely boomed. Tesla up 3% as well. But looking at SPY's chart here, right, if we jump down to a lower time frame real quick, we can see just no pullbacks at all really during the day, just constant uptrend. I mean, today was just, if you just noticed that this trend was forming, you would have never gotten stopped out, right? Maybe like right here where we broke market structure for a brief period of time. But, significant moves to the upside, higher lows, and just great movement overall with SPY. So, I think we're still not out of the woods yet for this downtrend, right? I still am not completely bullish on SPY. I still have my speculations. As you guys remember, not too long ago, right, we kind of had the market obviously crashed, right, on Monday. We had a huge bull run up, and then we had just a huge pullback down, right? So, looking at it on a higher time frame, it doesn't look as bad, but we could see SPY kind of return to a downtrend tomorrow. But, I don't think it will be as steep this time. I think the bulls have come back in, but we're not out of the woods yet. As I said, I want to see a break above this 532.72 resistance before we say anything, because as you can see, that's kind of like this previous pullback of the downtrend. Once we break that, even maybe 533, then I'd say, we're probably in an uptrend now. But SPY's just been so volatile recently because of high VIX, tensions in the Middle East, Japan's market crashing and rebounding in one day. There's just so much going on right now. The U.S. economy is kind of having its little troubles right now as well. I know the 30-year bond auction was horrible today. And just real quick, if we just sidetrack real quick and jump to TLT, right? I mean, look at TLT in pre-market. That red candle right there is over. If we zoom in real quick, this red candle was minus 0.38%, which for bonds, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, just jumping back to SPY real quick. Tomorrow, we could potentially see a pullback, especially if we hit this resistance and reject and don't break above. So if, we do reject this resistance, I'm kind of watching this window right here for a target price, right? So between the 523 and the 520 area, right? I'm kind of watching this area right here for a pullback, maybe even a test of the 519 support. Only time will tell. We will see. It's really hard to predict the market when the VIX is this high, as it's a lot of market structure breaking and just erratic trends. But yeah, great sign from the market today, great strength. If you guys remember, NVIDIA literally did the same exact thing not too long ago as well, obviously because it correlates to SPY. So SPY's chart is basically NVIDIA's chart right now. But yeah, downtrend, uptrend. So we're just going to have to play the waiting game here and just kind of see. Obviously, tomorrow morning, we're on every single day. We're going to be getting our bias here and seeing where to go from there. But, a great trader once told me, don't marry your bias. And that's definitely true. You don't want to just stick through something just because you're like, okay, it has to work out. Yeah, NVIDIA is showing signs of a rebound, right? Looks like we swept some liquidity up here. But that's not the best sign that we weren't able to break above and stay above. So it looks like we're coming up and trying to retest again here at this 107 area. So I'm going to be watching for a close above of 108. And then if we see that, maybe we'll have a nice bull run from Nvidia. But yeah, Nvidia had a great day. Apple kind of lagging behind. It wasn't as crazy as a day for Apple. Apple's not as volatile, and nothing's really as volatile as Nvidia. Intel though, look at Intel, man. Look at Intel. So if you guys remember, me and Landon called out Intel a few days ago, and look at this move. We're up 7%, and this is kind of what we're looking for with Intel, just kind of a correction. And we're gonna see that as the market re-strengthens, Intel is gonna be moving up very, very steeply, in my opinion, just because once again we are at levels that are like 2013 time. Like look at this. Last time we were around the 20 area was 2013. So, Intel is not supposed to be this low. I know they're having some troubles with their company, and I sent Landon an Instagram reel today of of their CEO who was praying on Twitter. He was posting Bible quotes. So, looks like I hope it's just because he knows it's gonna work out and he's trusting in God, but it's that might be kind of scary for some investors if his last hope is to just start praying that the company recovers. It depends on how you read it. I don't know about I don't know about all that, but nevertheless, Intel had a great run up today. And honestly, if Nvidia can keep this up and the whole semiconductor industry can keep this up, right? AMD was also up 5% today. As long as semiconductors stay strong and we don't see 400 missiles flown to Israel overnight, we should be okay. As you know, the last time, or maybe if you don't know, but the last time that Israel was attacked by Iran, the market kind of had a very steep pullback, right? I honestly think this was the day. I'm not 100% sure. No, it 100% was this day. I remember because me and Landon were in puts, and then it was late at night, a long time ago, back in April. And I texted Landon that Israel is getting attacked right now. And we looked at SMH, and the 24-hour market for SMH was like at 190. Me and Landon didn't celebrate. Well, okay, maybe we celebrated a little bit, but I know that's kind of messed up just because, there's people potentially getting hurt. But we weren't celebrating that. We were celebrating the play kind of working out, right? We don't want war at the trading table. You know what I mean? Because me and Landon definitely don't want to get drafted. But, yeah. You can definitely see semiconductors move to the downside if there is threat of a war that affects, energy, oil in the Middle East, our ally getting attacked. The U.S. going to war is never a good news for the economy, right? It's not good at all. But Amazon also is kind of rebounding, right? If you guys remember, we also said Amazon is a great buy right now. Amazon should not be at 166. This is the biggest retail stock of all time. And look at Shopify as well. They had a great earnings report. I'm pretty sure we went over this yesterday. And they're just absolutely up. Shopify was in our top 5 stocks to buy right now video quite a while ago. And it was looking a bit hairy a little bit right there. But they're really the only main competitor in the U.S. to Amazon. And they don't even really have the same business model. I mean, Amazon does have its affiliate program where you can sell stuff on their website. But Shopify is a lot more unique, as you can really just start a business on it and really do anything. So I know a lot of Americans use this to start their businesses. So Shopify is a great company, really like their business model. They don't take a lot of profit either, from what I know. So, great company. Glad to see they're doing good. Glad to see our call out is flowing nicely. But yeah, Dell also, we can see Dell kind of rebound. And if Dell rebounds, Intel is only going to strengthen off of Dell. Ever since we had earnings back in May, Dell's been kind of on a downtrend. So, I'm looking for Dell to kind of rebound a bit. It's been all the way up to almost 190 before, 185.74. And I don't even think that, that's not even, oh, no, sorry. That is their high. Apologies. But yeah, Dell, it would be great if we could see Dell kind of move back to the upside here. But, all in due time, right? We just need to see the market re-strengthen. I mean, semiconductors can't really move too much if the market's just in a downtrend. So who knows? But yeah, once again, be sure, if you want to pause the video right now and look at all these levels I have, these are all key levels where price can bounce off of, reject. So yeah, these are really good levels. I use this every day when I trade. So yeah, these levels are really good. We do have a video on support and resistance as well if you want to check that out. Chinese market, is kind of moving nicely, right? If you guys remember that PDD play from our bot, I want to say I can actually get that real quick. Let me go ahead and take a look here. Right. So June 10th, 2024, we had PDD 160 calls. And this guy has just been averaging in this whole time, which is kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm not really sure what his idea is here. Personally, I would have gone stop lost out, and I did get stop lost out like a while ago. For a while, I was just day trading PDD because I kind of, the charts were kind of speaking to me. But ever since this like downtrend and the whole Chinese market just kind of dumping, I've stayed away from it. But we're back at 138 now. There's been times where PDD has tried to break back to the upside, like as you can see right here. Right here kind of was showing bullish signs as well, but it never truly did it. Now I'm saying that we're in an uptrend for PDD. All right, I really don't think we're gonna jump back down. If we do, it's going to have to see a lot of bearish action, right? Because look at this move today. On the RSI, we are super, super overbought, though. So just keep that in mind. It might potentially correct itself back to the, 134 area. And if it does, maybe buy in, right? Maybe just get some time on it. Dude, this guy has I don't even think it's $4 million. I think it's more like $5 or $6 million in this play. So that's just crazy. It's kind of like, I don't know, gambling in my opinion. But we can just get better entry than him because screw that guy, right? And we can see some profit from that. So keep PDD on your radar. Chinese market's kind of strengthening. Crypto also re-strengthening. As the market kind of rebounds as a whole, crypto will also follow. If you guys remember, when the market crashed, crypto dropped all the way down to 49, I think 6 or 49. Was it 49.6? Yeah. And we're back up at 61,000 right now. So, if you're not in crypto already, we'll see another pullback most likely. But yeah, look at that, 26% in 3 days. You really can't get that anywhere else. Definitely, I'm a long-term shareholder of Bitcoin. I kind of believe in it. So, crypto's great. Crypto miners like Riot, Mara, they're also rebounding. As you can see, Mara 9% today, Riot 8.5% today. And they had a super, super bad day yesterday, so great place to buy in. I know Landon hopped in some calls here for Riot, and those are just moving very nicely right now. If you guys are new to the channel, Landon is the Riot whisperer, so anytime he says Riot, you should listen up. But let's go ahead and jump over to Landon now for our big money plays for today.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. In terms of Riot, I have my fair share of, good plays here and there. But looking at our big money plays, crazy day. We had around 7 big money plays because, big money kind of saw that the market saw like the news in terms of the Middle East and said, okay, we're good. All fear has kind of gone away and we're slowly starting to get back in the groove. But I do still think that Iran is going to retaliate to Israel. They might not, but they might do something small. But I do think we will kind of have a little bit more of a drop down just because fear will come back. But overall, whether we're at 520, I think it's all good buy-ins just because you're buying on sale, you're buying the dip. I think we're gonna get pushed back up to all-time highs because that's just kind of how it goes before a presidential election. But in terms of our first big money play, we actually have for ticker symbol GLD. And this one is a call option contract for GLD. And if you just give me a second. Yeah, so it's for a strike of 235 with an expiration of 10/18/2024, total premium count of 1 million, and a total volume of 3.32K. Pretty solid play here. I'm really bullish on gold. I like gold all around. I do think the dollar is kind of weakening just because of, everything that's going on with the world right now, Russia, China, all moving away from the dollar. But yeah, pretty strong day for gold today. We did call this out pretty early from the bot. But yeah, I just like gold all around. Really solid play. Probably one of my favorites. With an expiration of 10/18. A little bit of time there. Not too much, but pretty good play. But moving on to our next ones for Microsoft. And this play was actually called by the bot as well. Big money plays from the bot did really good today in total. But this specific play was a call option contract at a strike of 405 with an expiration of 8/9/2024. Total premium count of 563K and a total volume of 2.7K. Pretty solid play. The play was called at 9:46 a.m. and we pretty much saw it literally just shoot up as soon as it was called out. We saw Microsoft close pretty high here from compared to where you bought in. Just pretty good play here. And Microsoft compared to its all-time high that I think we hit a few months ago. If we just take a 470, we're pretty low here, guys. So I think this is perfect time to buy into Microsoft for the long run. This play doesn't really give you that long run. It's more so a few day trade, kind of a short term trade with an expiration of 8/9/2024. But this play actually hit perfectly today from the time it was called from the bot. So if you guys want plays like this, make sure to join our Discord for sure. But moving on to our next ones for ticker symbol DIS, Disney. Um, and this play is also a call option contract at a strike of 95 with an expiration of 12/18/2026. So very long term. Total premium count of 593K and a total volume of 443. We saw Disney move really nicely today. I'm hoping it gets out of this sort of, downtrend it's been on for the last, couple of months here. Just terrible movement from Disney. And this is kind of reflected from their movies. Deadpool is sort of a hit. I think they're starting to get it together. They just recasted RDJ as Doctor Doom for any of my Marvel fans out there. So maybe they're starting to get it together. You never really know after some of these movies and the movies they messed up. The streaming service is starting to kind of get back into gears. All around, I do think Disney is pretty good buying for the long term. As long as they get their act together and go back to the Disney that we know and love. You right. But moving on to our next one for ticker symbol PYPL or PayPal. And this was a call option contract at a strike of 65 with an expiration of 10/18/2024. Total premium count of 724K and a total volume of 1.77K. And this play is all right. I'm not, too bullish on PayPal, but because I think we are relatively high compared to the last month or so. But just not my favorite business model. I think there's so many different, sort of transactional apps at this point that it's like, you can only be worth so much when so many people are doing the same thing. We got Zelle, for example, like Andrew just put up on the screen. I guess Andrew thinks Zelle is better.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is.
It probably is a little easier to be honest. But yeah, not my favorite play. If you guys are bullish, think it'll continue to move upwards, be my guess. But I'm more of a fan going bearish with PayPal just because I'm not, super big on the business model as a whole. Moving on to our next one, it's for ticker symbol U. And this one is a call option contract for a strike of 14.5, expiration of 8/9/2024, total volume of 6.35K and a total premium count of 616K. And this one's not a bad play. I might be letting my personal bias get in here just because I do like Unity as a software over Unreal Engine just because, it's a little more, user friendly for solo developers and things of that nature. But pretty good buy in here just because we are kind of low here on the chart. So overall, I think it's a pretty good play. The expiration 8/9/2024, not my favorite. But this is pretty much a short-term play. We did have a pretty good day today, a green day. You guys think it'll move up in the next day or two? You could play that, but I do think this could be changed to a long-term play just because of, like Andrew just pointed at, we did see a high of, what is that, 42? That's crazy movement. I think eventually we'll go back up. But Unreal Engine, this is my unbiased opinion. Unreal Engine is insane. After seeing Unreal Engine 5, it's crazy what they're doing over there. So Unity does have a lot of competition, but in terms of solo developers, Unity's kind of like has a special place in my heart. But moving on to our next one, we have for ticker symbol IEF. And this one is a call option contract as well. For a strike of 97, expiration 12/20/2024, total premium count of 547K, and a total volume of count of 2.62K. This one, pretty good just because we are kind of low. Always love when you see time, right? We saw it chop out today. Not a big worry since, there's so much time on this contract. But we are, in a pullback, as you can see from the chart. And I do think we will eventually see the 7 to 10 year Treasury bond ETF kind of move back upwards. But, it's an all right play. But up to you at the end of the day. Not my favorite, but pretty good overall, just because we are kind of a little bit undervalued. But continuing from there is we have Rivian, or ticker symbol RIVN. And this one is a call option contract at a strike of 17.5 with an expiration of 1/16/2026. Total premium count 1.68 million and a total volume of 4.46K. And this one, I'm a big Tesla fan, but if you look at Rivian today, I think it might have outperformed SPY today. I'm not entirely sure. Might have literally just done the exact same move. If you could just double check, Andrew. Let's see. SPY.
One sec. Let me pull this up for you and give your analysis. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good move there from in terms of Rivian's move. It did better than SPY, which is always a good sign to see. Kind of shows that buyers really want to buy Rivian, so they made sure to get in. And this play, there's a lot of time. I always love to see when there's a lot of time on the plays, just because it gives you more time to kind of leverage. Tesla, pretty good, not as good as Rivian. And I think with the amount of people that are investing into Rivian, and like we're talking big companies, like I feel like a few months ago we saw them partner with General Motors. I'm not entirely sure on that. Might have been another big company, but I do know they did get like $1 billion or something. So I do think Rivian eventually will, pick up speed. And I mean, they're owned by Amazon, right? So, they have the capital, they have the money to improve on their cars and stuff. But, pretty good play there. I actually might hop in this play, but it's for the very long term, right? I mean, this big investor has the expiration for 1/16/2026, right? So, time's your friend in this case, right? But other than that, back to you, Andrew.
Yeah, Landon, it's always good to get time on options. That kind of just tones down your risk quite a lot. And with all these plays, remember, most of these are call options. Why? Because people are eating this dip. So that kind of further reinstates the bull theory on SPY, right? That it's more possible we'll go up if all these big investors are bullish. And obviously, at the end of the day, these big investors more than likely know a lot more than we do, might have insider information, et cetera, et cetera. Because, I mean, who is like they're throwing millions of dollars into options, you know what I mean? So it's not just your regular everyday investor. They definitely, know something. So, just keep that in mind, right? That a lot of people are entering calls right now. Bulls upside. They're eating up this dip. So that's always a great sign. One more thing to look at real quick is that LLY. I said early in the video I was going to go over it. Kind of completely forgot, but I remember now, right? 42% EPS, 13% revenue. And that's definitely reflected here in their chart. So LLY and health stocks, very, very good right now. Obviously, actually, we're not even overbought. So, this is a really good sign for the health sector. Really, really good sign, actually. And I'm pretty sure in terms of war, the health sector should be bullish. I'll have to double check on that. I'm not 100% sure on that, but looking at previous data and stuff, we can kind of figure out if the health sector does turn bullish during wartime. But that's all for. Actually, we're gonna jump to earnings and the economic calendar real quick. Okay, so before I try to end the video, not really sure what's going on there with me, but yeah. Okay, so after close, nothing. Before open tomorrow, nothing. After close, nothing. Jumping into next week, just taking a quick, super, super quick glance. Wow, I'm losing it. Home Depot before open, Barrick Gold before open. That one's actually really interesting. Rumble, Wolf, Walmart, but we got Warren Buffett. But not too much next week. It's pretty quiet next week. We do have CPI coming out, so keep an eye on that. And that brings us over to our investing or our investing.com, where we can find our economic calendar, right? And I'm just going to show you guys how I filter real quick for this and close all the ads. No free, but yeah. As we can see here, we're in the clear for tomorrow. There's no economic data. Hopefully there's no missiles being launched right now that we don't really know about. So yeah, tomorrow should be a pretty nice trading day. No volatility should be brought in. I know initial jobless claims drove up the market quite a bit today. If we jump over to SPY's chart here at 8:30, we can see a huge green candle. So, that should be, that's pretty interesting to see. But, tomorrow, nothing. We're all good, all in the clear. No earnings to worry about. Tomorrow's a very, very nice day to trade, and I know I'm going to be sitting down in the voice channel trading all of it. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning to the trading table. Please be sure to check out our free Discord. Link is in description. This has been Andrew and Landon, and we'll see you guys on Saturday.